Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator news and updates, and today we've got a word of caution as well as some other new aircraft and scenery hitting the sim. Stick around. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come along down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below, and thank you to all of my current subscribers. Okay, everybody, so we're going to jump right into it. First up is definitely a word of caution. Now, I want to emphasize that I am not telling anybody what to do with their money, folks. I'm just trying to give you all the information possible so that way you guys don't get stumped like unfortunately many of us did last time. Captain Sim, known for his release of the 777, unfortunately was a very huge letdown, as the original release and current releases to come are nothing more than a skin of a 777 and all of the avionics and flight performance of the default 747. Now, I don't know if this has changed as far as what I'm about to say, but even in the initial release, when you went into the cockpit was that of the 747, and the engine readouts even showed 4 engines on the ECAM displays. So guys, I want to make sure that you guys are all very, very aware of this, that as he is getting ready to release more variants of the 777 as a package, is my understanding. Currently, they're running $29.99, guys, $30 for this aircraft that doesn't even have the avionics of the 777. And even being the 747, the avionics and the overall performance is that of the default 747. So we're not even talking about the Salty's Mod 747. I am not normally one to make videos about putting down developers or trying to shy people away from certain products. You know, you are each to their own. Everybody has their own, opinions and expectations from simulation. The reason why I particularly point this one out, guys, is simply because of the fact that it is $30 and you are not getting what you think you're getting from it. You are getting a 747 with the skin of a 777. I want to make that very, very clear. I think this is wrong, and I'm going to leave a link to FS Elite's post on this today, guys, and in their article you can also have a link to their initial review of it. Even FS Elite here today very carefully and very professionally made it very clear that they were unimpressed with the release of the Captain Sim's 777s. The Captain Sim has unfortunately developed quite a name for himself with the release of the 777. Some of those names being rather less than friendly, to say the least, manipulating the Captain Sim for another word that rhymes with ham. So I'm going to let you guys make your decisions there as you see fit, but I did want to make sure that I posted a warning video about the product, as it has the potential to burn a hole in a wallet and not get what you're expecting. He does not particularly publicly acknowledge what this aircraft actually is and is not. And again, at the $30 price point, guys, there are some very high quality aircraft that you could buy with that particular money. I want to remind everyone that PMDG has announced that yes, they will be making a 777. So if you're looking for a 777 aircraft, guys, just my recommendation, just a recommendation to my community is to hold off and wait for something that is more worth the money for the 777 variant. I'm sure there will be other developers that will have 777s coming down the line. I'm sure somebody who is good with the freeware development may have something coming. You guys get the gist. Just my recommendation again, stay away from this one, guys. It was definitely a horrible release, and it was very misled. And I mean, he even went out as far as threatened to file lawsuits for people making liveries for the damn thing. Now that was redacted later on, but still, I mean, it's not a good situation. And in my personal opinion, I feel like it is something that should not be supported by Asobo or anyone else in the sale of this particular product. It's not a good thing, and I wanted to make sure that you guys were all aware of what it was as he is getting ready to announce new releases of the aircraft. However, I wanted to make sure nobody was misled this time and that you guys all knew very well what it was before you buy it. There is no plan to change it. It is still the same thing, even with his quote-unquote new variants being released. They are still a 747. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Parallel 42 is bringing us a new one. That's Hogsback Ranch up in California, guys. Parallel 42 has really done an amazing job with their scenery, and I think one of the things that really sets them apart from some of the others, and not to say anyone else is bad, please don't misconstrue that, but one of the things that really makes them stand out for me is they pick some very gorgeous locations. They're very good about focusing on some of the more lighter aircraft, such as the Stoll aircraft, and bringing you some really interesting destinations to fly to with these. Now, Hogsback Ranch has already been announced that it supports both the Stoll aircraft as well as helicopters if you guys want to go out and fly there. Very remote locations and yet highly detailed. I really appreciate the work that Parallel 42 does. I think they put out some very awesome scenery, some very awesome aircraft, and they're the ones who did the Flow product, which I think is an absolute wonderful addition to Microsoft Flight Simulator and really cleans up the UI and brings it into a much more modern use. And their airfields are no different. I think they do, like I said, some very, very beautiful scenery. And of course, we have this guy here who I have deemed his name as Max, and no, I will not be arguing with that anyone. You guys want to know something funny? Okay, so this tells you guys how I do everything in the raw. I didn't even realize that the bowl said Max. I did not realize until this moment that the bowl said Max. So that is actually the damn dog's name. Okay, anyways, I thought I was being funny. So, anyways, guys, so again, that is Hogsback Ranch in California by Parallel 42. You guys can see the scenery is absolutely stunning. They've done a great job, and they always find these incredibly gorgeous and remote locations that are a lot of fun to go and fly. You pack that on, guys, with a lot of their camping packages and their other different sites that are around the area, and you can really have yourself a great time, especially with the Stoll aircraft. I mean, it really adds something to it. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. It can be picked up on the Orbix website. You can actually, on the Orbix website, search from Parallel 42 and find a bunch of their products as well as this one here. So once again, Parallel 42, great job with your work. I love the scenery that they do. The official trailer for the SimWorks Studio RV10 has been brought to the public. The RV10 is a high-performance 4-seat single-engine kit aircraft that has been designed to really provide that high-power experience. The RV10 is going to be released as of Friday, February the 23rd. That's going to be this coming Friday. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any price point of this particular aircraft yet. But if you guys stay tuned and watch through the video with me here, it is a really, really slick-looking aircraft. I'm really looking forward to this one. I like the fact that it's got that general aviation feel to it. It's got that cruiser feel to it, and yet high performance at the same time. So I think it's going to bring a bit more of a mixture of the general aviation to the higher performing aircraft into the simulation. That's going to give us the option to sort of fly that general aviation experience while not being quite as limited to speed and altitude that this aircraft hopefully is going to provide for us. Now, unfortunately, again, we don't have a price point yet, and there's no way to speculate what that's going to look like. But I am definitely going to be picking this one up, guys. So keep an eye on the channel as I will be able to provide a review once I have access to the aircraft. Carinato is back at it again with their PA-28-181 Archer II. That is one heck of a name for an aircraft. The PA-28 Cherokee, guys, as we all know, is a very common aircraft. I'm super excited for this one as well. I know Carronado gets a little bit of mixed feelings amongst the community. One of the things that I'm a little bit more excited about and feeling a bit more confident in this particular aircraft is they are stating that it has been tested with real-world pilots and that is bringing a very realistic experience, both with flight model and overall aircraft features. One of the things I always do like about the Carronado aircraft is that they are always very beautifully done. The texturing is always very awesome. And for someone like myself who is very much so a graphics snob, I am one of those guys where if the aircraft could fly beautifully, absolutely perfect, true to real life, but if it looks like the texturing is garbage, I'm one who just probably won't fly it very often. And call me what you will. I know that's probably silly when you think about it from a flight simulation standpoint, but it is absolutely one of the things that I really appreciate about Carronado's work. The aircraft is going to be coming with 8 different liveries. Excuse me, did come with 8 different liveries. And this is one that I am going to be picking up and also doing a review on as well. Again, I'm super excited about this aircraft. I really do want to check this one out. As always, guys, you guys can see the level of detail that was put into the texture work by Carronado. And again, if memory serves, they had access to the real aircraft with development of this particular bird. So this could be one that is a lot of fun. You do have the GNS 430 available, as well as the GTN 750 or the TDS 750 XI. So one of the really cool things that I always like about theirs is always the tablet as well. So you can expect full ground equipment and plugins and things like that that are available via their tablets. They always have their tablets. I'm sure this aircraft's going to be no different. There hasn't been any specific mention of it, but I'd be really shocked if it wasn't. Now, one of the things that's really nice about Carronado as well, and this sort of goes back to what I was talking about with the Captain Sim aircraft, this aircraft is $19.99. No, it's not a big long-haul airliner like the 777, but neither is the 777 at the moment. But you're going to get, in my personal opinion, you're going to get far more quality out of an aircraft like this. And Carronado, like I said, there's a lot of, excuse me, a lot of debate on the flight models and the overall flight experience of the aircraft. Now, I will say one of the things that I will agree that Carronado tends to sort of be back and forth on is their updates. So their updates can be a little bit delayed at times, but I've been very happy once the updates do come out. They recently, not so recently, but updated the Mooney and made some very nice improvements to the Mooney aircraft. And so I enjoy them. I think the Carronado aircraft are great. I've always loved their aircraft in any simulator that I've played with them. And I think they just do a wonderful job with the overall experience. No, they're not always top tier. No, they don't always have the best flight model, but there's always a very nice balance. I've never had any major game breaking issues with Carronado, and I will continue to recommend them. I think that, and one of the things that really gets me with them again is their price points. They're always priced very reasonably. Again, $19.99, guys. You can buy this in the in-game marketplace. That's if you guys are interested in picking up the Cherokee. Another update or showcase, if you will, of the upcoming Bluebird Simulations Boeing 757. Mitch, one of the developers, has been kind enough to post on his channel a very awesome video detailing a lot of the features and expectations that can be set for the Bluebird Simulation 757. I have everything muted obviously right now, guys, because I don't want to spoil anything. I want to make sure that you guys check this video out for yourselves. So I'm not going to talk too much on this particular aircraft today, but I am super excited for this one. The 757 and the 767 are both aircraft that I want to get my hands on very badly. So make sure that you guys check out a link down in the description below that will be to this particular YouTube video, so that way you guys can watch it and enjoy it. Be sure to give the Aviator a like and a subscribe on this video. They're doing fantastic work, guys. I am so excited to get this aircraft in our hands. They're doing so wonderfully with the detailing and the texturing. I'm sort of wondering how many people are going to put Trump on the side of their aircraft. I think, does he have the 57 or 67? He might have the 67. I might be wrong on that. But, and guys, keep politics out of it. I was kidding, okay? No Trump, Biden haters, okay? Don't do that. I was teasing. I was just joking. Okay? It was just the first one that popped in my head because I saw the Rolls-Royce on the engine, and I know that he upgraded his to Rolls-Royce engines. That's it. I promise. Anyways, make sure that you guys take a look at this video because I think you guys will really enjoy it. That's going to wrap up today's news and updates, guys. I just want to get a quick video out. Mostly it was for the caution of the Captain Sim 777. Again, I'm not one to typically steer people away from products like that, but with this particular one, I just wanted to give a shout out and make sure everybody was aware of what to expect. Buy it, don't buy it. Obviously, the decision there is always going to be up to you guys. Make your own decisions and opinions. I just wanted to make sure everyone was alerted. Stay safe and healthy, guys, and I will see you in the next one.